Okay, so this is a little something different. This is going to be a review, and that's on Liam Gallagher's Why Me, Why Not? And this is his second studio solo album. Um, his last one came from October 2017, and that was As You Were, and that was well received. Um, it was like a return to form or whatever, since Oasis broke up in 2009, and then he went on to form BDI with the rest of the members of Oasis except Noel Gallagher. And yeah, BDI wasn't like the greatest band going or anything. Um, and he's definitely done better, I would say, with his solo career. And yeah, so he just released his new album, Why Me, Why Not, on September 20th. And yeah, so it's pretty uplifting, I'd say, altogether. I've listened to it more than a few times now, all the way through, and yeah, I'd say it's mostly uplifting. There's not many somber songs or anything, and that's a thing that like goes back to like the early days of Oasis. Even with Noel Gallagher once saying why he wrote the song "Live Forever," it was kind of a message to like the grunge scene and how like a lot of it was specifically Nirvana's song uh, I hate myself and I want to die. And Noel Gallagher said he didn't like that message, so he wrote Live Forever. And still, that's kind of the mantra of the Gallagher brothers, even though they kind of like hate each other. Um, that's kind of what they do with their music. There's not many like somber songs or like depressing tunes really that they've done. It's mostly hopeful things, but yeah. Anyway, so it's just 11 tracks, and the deluxe version, 14 tracks. Just under 40 minutes for 11 tracks and just over 50 minutes for 14. Um, I would say it doesn't sound like Oasis. It sounds like himself, just Liam, and which is nice. Not many of the songs I would say are something that you think, oh, that's Oasis or something. So that's nice. Also, unlike As You Were, these tracks, all tracks on this album, were co-written. It wasn't just Gallagher. He had other people, and let's see their names. There's Liam Gallagher, Craig Kirsten, Andrew Wyatt, Damon McMahon, and Simon Aldred, and Michael Tig. So those are the people that were all involved on several tracks. And yeah, so that's kind of a change up in how the songs were written. And yeah, so anyway, we're going to get into each track here. I have a few notes and some lines about what lyrics I liked and all that stuff. So I'll start with Shockwave, the first track, which was the first single he released back in June of this year. It's a solid rock tune. It's one of my favorites from the album, and it was the best-selling vinyl single of 2019 in the UK, which is nice to see Liam at the top again with something like that. It's a confident song. Liam's not given any Fs, and yeah, it's just a message could be to like Noel. I mean, if I might be reading too much into that, but I mean, could be to like Noel Gallagher and his whole new band or whatever, and how Liam feels about that. If he sees tweets, Also, it could just be to any haters or whatever that dislike him. It's also like with his 2017 track of For What It's Worth. It's kind of like now he's saying Shockwave. It's coming around like a shockwave. He's just out and about, and he's ready to make a comeback and stay around. So yeah, One of Us is the next track. Yeah, so One of Us, it's like it was released on the 10th anniversary of Oasis's breakup, which already like had me curious on the song, and it was a great song. Um, the some one line I really liked was "I act like you don't remember. You said we live forever," which is I mean it has to be a line to Noel. Um, and obviously the whole song's just about how Oasis is broken up. And if you've seen the video, um, obviously again it's depicts Noel, Liam, and the brother Paul, and yeah, it's very moving, and yeah, it's just a great song. It's also another one of my favorites. And then third track, Once. I saw on Wikipedia that this track apparently has like the same melody as John Lennon's song Jealous Guy, which is not surprising that since Liam is a huge Lennon fan and Beatles fan. And also one line on this that I liked was used to shine, and just how Liam always says shine. I mean, he always overdoes it, but it's been great since like 1994. And yeah, so then also the line "you only get to do it once," and especially coming after um, One of Us. I mean, I kind of put it as like maybe you only get to do Oasis once, since like it seems that there won't be a reunion, at least right now, with how Noel has gone on about it. And in the past, Liam has said he's like more open than Noel is to it, but I mean, it looks like it's probably not gonna ever happen. So I mean, you only get to do it once. I mean, yeah, another great track. And next track, Now That I Found You. Um, he once said before he performed this on a live in a live performance, whatever, that this is for his daughter Molly, and they met each other. I think it was in 2018. It was after his first solo album, As You Were. So it's just a nice tribute to her. And yeah, so there's the lines, "I'll be there, or I'll be the branch that breaks your fall. If you need me, make the call. I'll be there, and I know it's late for lullabies, but the future's yours and mine now and forevermore." Which is, it's just a nice little ballad, you could say, and very uplifting and hopeful and all that. And yeah, it's just a nice track again. Um, so we move on from there. And the last song, Halo, is probably my least favorite song on the album. Um, I don't know. It's just I would say maybe it's about his spouse Debbie, because I know he like really loves her, and that she's really like changed him for the better and all that. But yeah, I just don't like. I don't know. I don't like this track very much. One lyric that kind of, I don't know, made me pause for a minute. Want to lock her up and keep her until I'm old. And then yeah, she's teaching me that 2 plus 2 is 4. I don't know. I just feel like the lyrics in this one kind of dropped out, and just all around. I don't know. I wasn't feeling this track, and yeah. So, but at least this was like the only track that I wasn't feeling. So yeah, it just wasn't for me. But anyway, moving on from there, we have the title track, Why Me, Why Not? And right off the start, this hooks you right in, and it sounds familiar almost. I couldn't put my finger on what it sounded like, but the intro sounded like a song I've heard before, but I liked it either way. And also, lyrics that I liked in it. Very good message in this one is stand your ground and defy anyone that tries to tell you you ain't beautiful. When you get so down, you could cry. Count the love you got. Fill your heart with why me, why not. And with that line, it kind of reminded me of like Eminem's song "Beautiful." I mean, I don't know if Liam ever listens to Eminem or anything on the side, but just with the line. And defy anyone that tries to tell you you ain't beautiful. I don't know, I just got that, and kind of like with the Eminem Beautiful track, and yeah, it just was reminiscent of that for me since I'm a big Eminem fan. But anyway, yeah, I like that track again. Liked it more than the previous one of Halo, and yeah. So the next song, Be Still, another good track. Good message, I'd say, like a lot of songs on this album. Um, and a line in that, my mama said keep moving, which is, just a nice little message to keep on moving. I mean, yeah. And then it says another one is you're gonna rise again. Like I said, this whole album's kind of like hopeful. There's not many depressing songs. I wouldn't say that there's any depressing songs really on this. And this song, it's less than 3 minutes. It's shorter. I think it might be the shortest song on the album. It's just short and sweet. And yeah, I mean, another line is even though your heart is breaking and the changes all keep changing, you be still. Which, yeah, I just liked how he delivered that line. And yeah, it was just another nice little song. So yeah, next track. Let's stay on. And yeah, next track is All Right Now. I like this song as well. Um, it's another uplifting track. I mean, I don't got much to say on it. I mean, it is just a nice track again. And yeah, let's remove that. Oh, I can't. Okay. So then yeah, um, don't take. It's pretty much like a song of like don't take crap from anyone. And as I say, I like it, but I wouldn't say it's like one of my favorites. It's kind of like there's better tracks on the album than this one, and that's just my opinion. But yeah. So then after that, we move on to Meadow, and right off the bat, this one sounds like Gallagher's really trying to find his John Lennon voice. Right off the bat, I can tell it's very much Beatles influence or something. It feels, and although some other tracks have a little bit of that influence, just because Liam's a big fan of Beatles, this one was really had it, and it's kind of a slower paced song. And also, what I noticed was there's kind of some country guitar tones or something in it, and also it was kind of reminiscent of like a Leonard Skinner track to me. I liked it though, and yeah, it's just a nice little track with Lennon influence, like you could really tell. And yeah, anyway, that good track again. And so we move on to the next one, The River, and this was also a single and that he put out, and I think it was the second single he put out. But yeah, it's just the way I'd say for the chorus right off the bat, how he says the river, and that's terrible. But yeah, it's just his voice. He's just doing what he does with his vocals, and he's just at his tops, and I really like that part. Gets you going, and yeah. So then another line is. Get out of your clouds of weed, get out of your time machines. And then he goes on to say, don't believe celebrities, the money sucking MPs, the device in your hands, imitation beauty. And yeah, I just like I said, the lyrics in this one are better than, like, you could say Halo or something, but it's just a good track. I really liked it when it came out as a single, and also I like the video for it. It's all uplifting again, and yeah, it's kind of like a track of him saying, "Wake up! I mean, get out of your clouds of weed and your time machines and all that stuff, and kind of get off your phone, I guess you could say, with that other line." And also, there's a part there. I don't really want to attempt to redo what he was doing, but it was just like the like he was saying. I don't. It sounds stupid when I do it, but I don't know. Just his vocals on the track, I could say, are just very well done, and yeah, I just liked his vocals particularly on this track. So the 11th track, which would be the end of the album, without the deluxe version, is Gone. And this song, I wasn't a big fan of it. It's just another song where it's just like in the middle. I'm indifferent to it. Um, Especially one part that kind of like turned me off on this one, uh, where he talks instead of singing. He like kind of talks, and he says, "Now, woman, I want to tell you something. I ain't never seen the likes of you before." And then he goes on, and yeah, I don't know, that part kind of sounded creepy to me, and I just wasn't a fan. And then yeah, and it's just, I mean, the whole song, just the lyrics and everything made me question. It's like, is he coming back? I mean, how long is it going to be before he releases his next album? Those are kind of questions that went in my head by his by the lyrics and how he was delivering his vocals in it. But yeah, I mean, just I wasn't a big fan of it. But just again, it's just an indifferent tune, and but that's just my opinion. And then anyway, on the deluxe version here, we got three more tracks, and there's the Invisible Sun, and so right off the bat with his vocals on this, he says the word laser, but he really holds on to that laser, and yeah. So and then it goes on to say with a monkey and dream, and obviously he doesn't say it like that, but I don't really want to sing because I look like a fool, like I've already have in this video. So yeah, and also vocals in this, another one where it's like very Beatles influenced, I would say. Um, he says, "I can make it come together." hmm And I'll make her come alive, and it's gonna get a little better. I would say another little Beatles tune with "It's Getting Better All the Time," and yeah, it's just that's what it came across to me, just because I know that Liam really likes the Beatles, and he's very much influenced, and he tries to put that into his music, and even the title of the album is from it was something to do with John Lennon and Yoko Ono. I know that, but I can't really remember what it was off the top of my head. I think there was paintings or something in Yoko Ono's house, and he got his idea from that. But yeah, anyway, The next song, Misunderstood, really like this one. Good rhythm and a good message, like many other tracks on this. Very hopeful sounding. Um, Also, I like the line, "There ain't a mountain you can't climb. There's just a dream between the fate that we find." And again, with "There ain't a mountain you can't climb," kind of reminds me of "Ain't No Mountain High Enough" by Marvin Gaye. I'm pretty sure it's Marvin Gaye. And yeah, so that just came to my mind for that. And then yeah, and then it goes on. I would say there's more country tones in this one as well, and but I'm not hating it. And yeah, it's just kind of a change up, I'd say, from his last album, and with like the kind of country tones or whatever. I don't remember there being many of that in As You Were, but I really like it. And yeah, so the last track here, the 14th one, Glimmer. Right off the bat, good drum beat, and it kind of reminded me of like a couple songs there on with the start. There's like had like the kind of reminiscence of like "Walking on Sunshine" by Katrina and the Waves, and that might sound dumb, but I don't know, it just was there for me. And then also I wrote down, it also had like kind of a sound of like the REM song. It's the end of the world. I don't know. There's just a little little influence on that, and either way, it just made the song sound even better. And yeah, also I like the piano in it, and a line, "You will make it, you can take it pound for pound." And yeah, it's just another hopeful song. It's just another song where it's like you can do it kind of thing, and yeah, which is very much a theme throughout this whole album. Um, Also, I like the part where like the beats and I mean the music, the sound, whatever goes a little muffled, and then his voice strikes through. I really like that part in the song, and yeah, just another good song that I liked. And yeah, so that was it. That's all of them. That's all 14 tracks. Um, I'd say altogether, really like the album. There might be like 3 tracks where I'm like indifferent, and the only track, like I said, that I don't really like is Halo, and but I mean that's pretty good for 14 tracks. And obviously, I'm an Oasis fan. I'm a Liam Gallagher fan. I'm a Noel Gallagher fan. So I mean, I'm gonna be biased probably either way. But I'd say even if you're not a Liam fan, you'd probably enjoy at least a few tracks from this album. But if you are a fan of Oasis or Liam, you're gonna enjoy this album. It's not a big change from his last album, As You Were. If you like that, you will definitely like this one. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'd probably give it about at least a strong 8 out of 10. Yeah, I'm really feeling this one, and yeah, I'm glad I purchased it, and I've not been very disappointed. So yeah. Also, today, the 21st, is when I'm filming this. So today is actually Liam Gallagher's 47th birthday. So yeah, happy birthday to him. And yeah, he's still going. And hopefully he can go on for another 47 years. Wouldn't that be something? All right. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. I know this is something different. I usually just do music reactions. But yeah, I really felt like doing this one. And it's Saturday today, so it's just a change up from what I do on the week. But anyway, like I said, thanks for watching. I'll be coming out with more videos this week. And please stay around. It's all appreciated. Thank you very much.